Hey guys and girls, my name's Alan and today we're bringing you a gameplay commentary over my first match of Command on Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Well, actually, strictly speaking, it is my second match. My first match was a game that I joined in session and I didn't do a great deal, to be honest, but we did win. But I didn't think it was very entertaining. It wasn't particularly long either, so I didn't think it was worth commentating over that. So this is the second match that I played and it's on the map Pirate Colony. And as you can see, I'm using a AK-47 with silencer and I'm playing as Nadine. I guess the character doesn't really make a difference to the gameplay itself, but I just thought you'd like to know. So yeah, silencer, I mean, you know, it's good because it keeps you off the radar. I'm not too sure how much the damage drops off by. I mean, there is a reduction in damage, but I don't know exactly the numbers. I don't think there's a stat sheet or anything out at the moment. I usually like to read up on those, but anyway, I digress. So, actually, I'm going to let you watch this little cheeky clip before I carry on talking. Boom. Cheeky little double nade. Get the third. Teammate gets the 2 confirmed, but it's fine, it's teamwork. So, Command is basically an updated version of Turf War, which is Domination in a nutshell. But as you can see on the screen there, conveniently enough, there is a slight new addition to the game mode. First off, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I should have gone for the revive. I wasn't thinking. As you can tell, I'm quite new to the game at the moment. I probably could have got the revive had I gone for it, but I messed it up. I made an error of judgment, and that's, as I said, just part of the learning curve. Anyway, so Domination, yes. So there's 3 points, A, B, C, flags, whatever you want to call them, and you have to capture them, and you get a point for every second you hold them. So obviously, the first person to reach the score limit, which in this case is 700, wins the match. And this player just walks away and doesn't revive me. Whether that's because of what I did earlier or because they just, I don't know, whatever. It's annoying, but again, maybe they're learning the game as well. Yeah, so score limit is 700, as you can see by the 2 bars, blue and red. And as you can see just then, there was a little symbol next to one of the bars, a little pirate skull emblem thing, and it was crossed out. And basically, that emblem represents a player on the opposite team. So, if you do particularly well on your team, it's 5v5. If you do particularly well on your team, you get promoted to captain status. And there are 3 levels of captain status. And I've already talked about this in my multiplayer explanation video on a conversion, but I guess if you haven't watched it, you won't know. So I'll just go over it again here. So there are three levels of captain, and basically the first level gives you a point value of 20. So that was total bullshit. I saw the emblem and everything. I mean, I saw the notification to hit the square. I hit it. I didn't get anything. I got down. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I keep getting distracted by this gameplay. So there are, okay, let's just start fresh. So if you do particularly well, you get promoted to captain on your team. There can only be 1 captain on the team at any given point, and there can be 1 on your team and there can be 1 on the enemy team. Okay. And there are 3 levels of captain. So there's first captain, second captain, third captain. We'll just call it that for now. First level captain gives you a point value of 20. So if the enemy team kills you, they will get 20 points added to their point score. So if they've got 500 points in terms of capping flags and stuff, if they kill you, they get 20 points, and then that's 520 for them total, not an additional 520. And then if you're level 2 captain, your point value is 40. So if they down you and they KO you, their team gets 40 points. And if you're level 3, then they down you and kill you, they get 60 points. So as you can see, it's a new angle on the game. In previous, obviously in Uncharted 2 and 3, you would just go for flags and points and you try and capture them that way. But in this game, you can actually hunt down enemy captain's team. So, I mean, at first I thought it was quite a good idea, but I've played a couple of matches of Command now, and I think it's a bloody terrible idea. I don't know, like, it feels to me like you're penalised for doing well on your team, because if you get promoted, oh, I should probably actually talk about this. If you get promoted to captain, you get as well as assigned a point value, you get bonuses. So I think the first level is, well, each level has its own percentages, but you get a certain discount from the store, and then you also get more health when you get downed, and you also have a quicker revive speed. So it is a bit annoying to be promoted to captain, mainly because if you are promoted to captain, you are alerted on the radar to the enemy team. So at level 1 captain, I think you're just pinged on the screen all the time. And then level 2 captain is that you're pinged on the radar, sorry, not the screen, on the radar, and you're also not outlined. You're marked with a little triangle whenever you walk across someone's field of view. Just like how you'd mark someone level 1, mark them, you get a little triangle above your name, and then that's how they know you're marked. A level 3 captain is you're always on the radar and you're always outlined on the screen. So it is seriously annoying. So in some ways I feel it's penalising you for doing well on your team. I actually don't like being captain. I like having the bonuses, but the trade-off of being on the radar all the time, I'd rather not be captain. I'd rather someone else be captain and me just defending them. Because as I said, you're constantly on radar, you're constantly on their screen, highlighted, outlined, and they can just hunt you down, and it's just annoying because it's hard to go on streaks. Even though you do get like bonuses just as it shows on the screen there, I think the drawbacks are just too much and I don't enjoy it. And speaking of the game mode in general, so that's the one thing I mean, I don't enjoy that in the first place, being hunted by the enemy team if I'm doing well. If I'm not doing well, then obviously it's a moot point. But if I'm doing well, I'm hunted because I'm promoted to captain, and I don't enjoy that. I like to sneak around and stuff, you know, be a bit stealthy, especially when it comes to objective-based game mode. I like to get the flank on enemy teams. I don't like to rush head on because that's how you end up dying, and in this case, dying can actually really hurt your team. So that's another reason why you don't want to go down. But Command in general, I don't know. I guess it's not the game mode per se, it's just how they've designed it. But the way they've got the points or flags around the map, they've put it in like a circle shape. So whereas in Domination in Call of Duty, for example, you'd have so let's say north spawn, south spawn, and then you'll have a central B flag. And so your teams will spawn on either side of the map, and then you'll sort of fight it out for B. And that's how Domination works in Call of Duty. In Uncharted 4, because all the points are in a circle, so there's sort of, let's say, north, and then there's south, east, south, west. So what you'll find in most circumstances is that teams will just rotate and go in a circle. They just follow each other basically. So they'll take A and B, for example, or well, one team will take A, one team will take B, and then the other team will go to C, whereas then the other team will go to B. And then the C team will go to the A flag, and then the B flag will then go to C flag. And it just goes in a circle, and it drives me mental, especially when you're playing with pubs, because there's not a lot of communication, there's not a lot of coherent direction in terms of what you're planning to do. And so you find yourself just chasing each other around the map. And there's a floating helmet on the screen, by the way, if you just have a quick look in a second. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just holding my position and staying alive, because as you can see, I'm now rank 3 captain and I'm worth 60 points. So what I don't want to do is die and give the opposite team. Basically, if I die now at this point, they will bring the game level, and I don't want to do that. So again, like this impacts how I play the game now, because I have to think about the team as well as myself. I know I'm on the radar. I know that if I go down, I'm going to damage the score line. So I need to stay alive. And this, to me, this isn't fun. I don't find this entertaining. And because if I go down, I will feel guilty about going down, even though it's very. I mean, like, I don't know if I can control it or not. But there are some situations where you can't control, and I would feel, I'd feel bad about it. So what's the thing? Yeah, so it seems like you're just constantly going in circles, and that's another thing I don't like about this game. So I don't like the new addition of the captains, and I don't like the way the flags are all set up. And it's on every single map, not just the one that I'm playing at the moment. Every single map, the flag points are all in a circle. So I can't see myself playing a lot more Command, to be honest. I've tried to get back into it in the last couple of days, but I just can't. I just don't enjoy it. Plunder's the only game mode that I really play at the moment. So I've got plenty of gameplay to share with that. I do occasionally play a bit of TDM, but again, I don't really play Uncharted for TDM. So that's about it, really. That's my very early first impressions of Command. As I said, probably won't show too many games in the future because not a big fan at the moment. But I'll have to wait and see if I change my mind in the future. But yes, so that'll do it for this video today. If you enjoyed the video, consider tapping that like button. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to see some highlights collections for Uncharted 4, they are going up at the moment, as well as for other games as well. But until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later.